Hello everyone, this is Kevin Carpenter, producer and MC of Rolling in the Mist. We recorded Session 9 and Session 10 on the same day, so the audio problems we had with Session 9 transferred over to Session 10. Once again, we did our best with editing it, and don't worry, I took out about 30 minutes of Jason Peguero breathing directly into the microphone ASMR. You're welcome, audience. Anyway, I really think this session was a lot of fun to play. I think it's one of our most hilarious yet, and I'm really excited for you all to listen to it.
It better be.
Thank you, Bravo. With that said, let's begin the session.
Rolling in the Mist is a series with fantasy violence, mentions of gore, and worst of all, cussing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting session of Rolling in the Mist. I am your master of ceremonies, Kevin Carpenter, and joining me today are...
Bravo as Leo Castello.
And...
Pablo Milla as Eugene, Fritz.
And...
Jason Peguero as Arthur Strange.
Fantastic. So, our last session kind of ended on a huge cliffhanger, huh?
Yeah. I'm in the middle of the fucking air.
Yeah. We're all still a little bit Jones after it because we're kind of recording these sessions back to back. So I'm jumping in my seat. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Glad.
Okay. So quick recaps just so we can get straight into the action. You guys found the Red Rider, and then the Red Rider found you guys, and then there was a car chase. Yakety Sax started playing. It was the Red Rider. It was the Red Rider and one motorcycle, which Leo set half of it on fire. So it was just a really badass, just fireball, just going down the street. And then there was Leo and Eugene in the Charger. And then there was right behind them the police car being driven by Captain Jackson, and in the passenger seat, Detective Strange. Some muckery happened. Eugene got shot. That was cool. And then the...
Depends who you ask.
Then the Red Rider's motorcycle, oh no, blew up. Oh no. And then the Red Rider started to run away. And as our three heroes and Captain Jackson got blinded and now he's kind of doing his own thing just out in the dark in a warehouse district. That's not going to
Bite him in the ass.
That's not going to bite him in the ass later.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. Our three heroes burst into a warehouse that Leo had kind of sort of set on fire just a little bit.
Oh my god, it happened once.
And then as the Red Rider was running across the roof of the warehouse, they enacted a brilliant plan. And by brilliant, I mean holy shit. Leo blew out the skylight with a gust of wind. And then...
Rewind. Did you say we came up with a brilliant plan? We?
What?
What?
I participated in it
all the way home. I just rewinded to say, I was like, did you say we came up with a brilliant plan?
Did I say we came up with a brilliant plan? I thought I said you guys. The three. Also, I think I said what?
He's more insulted because he's the one who
all three of these ways you've said it are incorrect.
Oh, okay.
But continue.
What a douche.
Hubris is one of my power tags.
So after the skylight
breaks kid.
Humility.
After the skylight was burst open, Eugene boosted Strange and threw him through the air. And as Strange flew through the skylight, perfect right through the center, they flailed through the air and saw the Red Rider at the edge of the warehouse, and they yelled,
"Stop Eden City Police!"
And we join our hero right at the action. That's right, we're not cutting away to any other characters. No, we're getting straight to the good stuff. Detective Strange, you land like superhero pose or just on your feet, tumbling? Like, how do you land?
I imagine I would land and then roll just so this way no damage went to my leg.
Yeah. You land and roll and then stand up, and the Red Rider is standing on the edge of the warehouse and is just looking at you, just kind of stunned that you just kind of like shot out through the skylight like a cannonball.
Batman.
Some One Piece shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she stands there after you said that admittedly badass line, and then she flips open the visor of her motorcycle helmet. The Red Rider looks at you Strange with this expression of just like befuddlement, and goes, hang on, I gotta get into her voice. Fucking cutting this out.
Hello.
Fuck off.
Hello. Are you after me, Lucky Charms?
To all our Irish viewers out there, we mean no disrespect. But you know it's funny.
You've come to take my butter.
What is she? What's her name?
Julia Childs.
Okay, the Red Rider is not a Keebler elf.
Well, what do you do? All right, she's Irish. Go ahead.
Good to your voice. Go ahead.
Beguile us.
This is the mark of a good MC. They try to do different voices, even if they fail at it. Anyway, she looks at you, Detective Strange, and goes, "What the hell was that?"
I'm sorry. you stick to your guns and you stick to them hard. You don't let them feck up your concentration. What's that vein in your neck? You stop laughing, you stupid git. I'm going to take over at this point.
She gonna rebel against England or some shit.
Pablo is available for children's birthday parties and bar mitzvahs.
All right,
You can't afford me.
back in the mode. Get back in the mode. All right.
This is why we had to end the session on the badass moment, because I knew this shit was gonna happen.
What did she say?
Fuck, I forgot now.
What the fuck was that? Something like that?
So she looks at you as you had just shot through the skylight and then landed and goes, "What the hell was that?"
I look at her. I'm like, freeze. Eden City Police. Take a move and I will have to take action.
Yeah, no, I heard that bit. What was that about you flying through the skylight like a goddamn cannonball? Did that thing break before you even went through it?
Fucking, you're under arrest.
Oh, I'm under arrest? Oh, when pigs fly. And then she turns around and shoots her arms out toward a nearby warehouse. What do you do?
I rush at her and I try to grapple onto her.
Okay, I'm going to say that's taking a risk because,
If you miss,
yeah.
You're off the
you're
fucking
off.
building.
Yeah. This is a tall.
So what tags are you using, bud?
I tell Death, hey, don't take me right now, okay?
Let's see. I'll use
Believe, Simba. Believe.
I use Calm in the Storm and I'm gonna use my weakness take overconfident. This is 0.
So mark attention, but you have a +0 to this roll.
That makes sense given the entrance you just made. Yeah, you're feeling pretty good.
Oh God, Jesus Christ. Oh, nombre tu Padre Espíritu Santo.
8.
Okay. So when you perform a daring, risky, or outright stupid feat, this counts. On the 7-9, things get messy. The MC will offer you a hard bargain or an ugly choice.
Okay.
Ooh.
Pies or cakes?
Yeah, truly.
Yeah, so I'm going to say it's more of an ugly outcome. If you had, gone at the right angle, it would have been like, oh, she grabs onto the next warehouse and then you just kind of like you grab her and you're along for the ride. But you tackle her before she even grabs onto the other warehouse.
Oh God.
Oh no.
So the two of you take a tumble.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, she's not getting away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tackle her off the warehouse and she has enough time to go, what are you doing? Before, boom, both of you just hit the ground.
It's like 2 floors, isn't it?
Did he land on her? Did they land next to each other on the ground? Or what?
I'm going to say like the Red Rider kind of like tilted so that way both of you just kind of like landed on your sides on the ground.
We just landed awkwardly.
Yeah, but Strange, you definitely fell on your keys. Actually, no, wait, Leo has your keys.
Yeah.
Well,
He fell on his gun. No.
I don't have a gun.
Did you throw Jackson to it?
Yeah.
You threw the captain's gun away?
Get another one. I don't think. I just do.
You're right.
Damn it. Okay, so that's I'm gonna say nasty fall 2. But the thing is that I was actually thinking that car chase was going to go a little longer, so the Red Rider doesn't actually have that much in the way of like physical defenses. So when the Red Rider takes that nasty fall 2, they just hit the ground and then just stop.
oh.
And
Do we hear that? Do we hear like?
Well, I was gonna say, by this point, we're probably just now coming out that side door because they're on the other side now.
yeah, I'd say like as the fire is spreading through the rest of the warehouse, you two just like sprint through to the other side and burst through that door as well. And as you burst through the door, you see Strange and the Red Rider just
Land right
hit
by
the ground.
I'm gonna say it's like, all right. I think is there a fire escape around us?
Yeah, there's a fire escape like right next to you
Okay,
guys.
Eugene. I think if we take the fire escape, we could probably go. Never mind.
You were saying.
And then on the guy, I got her.
I immediately I rush over to Strange. I'm like, Strange, are you okay?
I tend to the Red Rider.
Oh, okay. So you see that Strange is pretty like
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, what did you have a physical status before that, or?
No, I healed up.
No, he was.
okay.
I was already healed, so this is my worst.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you're hurt, but you're still in the game.
I just fell off.
He's like, does this hurt? And I tap him like on the shoulder. How about here? Okay, back here again.
You bitch.
And I'm like, and then I go over to Eugene, who I'm guessing you're at a.
Yeah, Eugene went over to the Red Rider while you were tending to Strange. So Eugene, you go over to the Red Rider and you see that thankfully their helmet was still on, so that actually protected them from like the brunt of the fall. But as you dude, like take off her
taking the helmet
as
off.
you take off her helmet, her like like pink half mohawk like hits the ground, and you see that she is out.
Oof. I poke her face. Just poke with my finger.
Yeah, she's.
I would hope so.
she stirs a little bit. She's still alive, but like her eyes are starting to flicker a little bit.
Her eyes are flickering a little bit.
Yeah, her eyes are like flickering. Like it looks like
She's in shock. It sounds like.
Yeah, she'll be coming to in a little bit.
I come over to her. Like, Eugene, is she all right?
From a fight from a fall that high, I believe that she'll survive.
I put my hands around her neck and I guess give her like to check like the vitals, see if anything's broken. I can tell that she's only knocked unconscious, or
She appears unconscious.
Yeah, she got knocked unconscious from the fall, and it looks like she's going to be. And I'm not even going to have you roll for this. She's
I've
just.
already seen that she's.
Yeah, she looks like she's going to be coming
Okay,
to in a
you
few
told me
moments.
that then.
Yeah. I just told you that.
I look over to Strange. Strange, you have any handcuffs on you?
And at that point, you notice that there is a handcuff on your wrist from when Captain Jackson tried to take you before.
And I'll be like, never mind, I got one. And I grab the other handcuff and I handcuff it to her right arm.
Okay, so you hand.
Actually, more correction. On what hand do I have the handcuffs on?
I'm going to say it's on your right hand.
My right hand.
Yeah.
So then I attach it to her left hand. Then.
Okay.
So we're like this.
Okay. Okay. So you're side by side. All right. Makes sense. Okay. So you handcuff your wrist to the Red Rider, and her eyes begin to flicker even more before she gives a few solid blinks and then looks around and goes, "Oh, you blasted!" And she looks at her wrist, which is handcuffed to Leo, and goes,
And then some guy comes out. You got knocked the fuck out.
And I start getting up, and I'm like I've had a better days.
Mm-hmm.
And I reach for my scotch because this is a scotch moment. And I crack the bottle. I look at everyone. And go, good job. Take a swig.
You take a swig, and then you look and you realize that the bottom of the scotch bottle had actually like broken in your fall. So there's no more scotch.
And I just see like this is all over me.
Is there any glass in him? Jesus Christ.
I thought you were going to go. Trying to suck it out of the shirt.
Yeah.
Does that take the broken in?
All right. I think he's doing this, so I'm gonna ask her or speak to the Red Rider.
Yeah.
We have some questions for you, my dear late miss.
It's Olivia.
Olivia.
She sits up. She seems a bit more calm than, like a petty crook being, caught by cops would seem. It's maybe it's like the shock from the fall, or maybe it's just she's been in these kind of weird situations before, or maybe she's just stone cold. Who knows? But she just kind of like sits up and then just like leans against like the wall of the warehouse, which, you guys know that half is on fire at this point, but she doesn't know that yet. She just leans up against the wall in this seating position, still handcuffed to Leon's like, all right, we can play the question game if you want, because I've got some questions for you all. Like, one, I know you're a cop. You two don't look like cops.
That is correct. But this isn't, gentlemen, I don't normally, with the interrogation and with the speaking and the people, and I
All right, we're getting nowhere with this. I look at Olivia and I go, where's the book?
And where is my tapestry? That's really what I care about.
And where are the drugs?
Drug. When
I'm a doctor. I need some drugs.
But when did you tell me that this
Where's the book?
That's right, the book.
tapestry second?
She looks at you and goes, that book. Okay, I'm going to be honest here. I've kind of stolen a few of the books, and hey, wait a minute. I think I recognize you. You're the one in the cemetery, right?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. This is a little awkward.
Before you speak, keep in mind the next words you choose, make sure they're good words.
And as he's saying that, I start
mood.
like igniting just like a small little fireball in my hand.
What the hell are you doing?
Interrogation.
Just put that away.
Good duck back.
She's handcuffed to. No. And I blow it out.
Okay. So I think this is going to be a convince roll. I'm
going to use
strange. Yeah, strange. I'm going to have you do the roll. You get to use the tag good doc, bad cop.
Okay, and I'm going to also use homicide detective and crime scene investigation.
Okay. I'm also invoking the weakness tag, no clear leader, because Eugene is definitely not.
That's fine.
It just doesn't make sense.
He's not
It's
working
already-
with this. So I guess that's a +3 then.
I swear to God, Eugene, if you fuck this up for us.
You're the one who's.
I'm also going to use...
It's called a fake threat.
She's already handcuffed, not going anywhere else.
Which way? What is the weakness tag that's...
No clear leader.
no, barely. Got it. So that would be another attention to our group thing.
Yeah.
You haven't.
So you guys, there's 2 attention to the crew.
I've done so much.
5, 6, 7. So 7. Because I had 2.
Okay. 7. Okay, so she tells you what you want to know, but also protects her own agenda.
Right.
Okay. She looks at you with like creating the fireball in your hand, and also sees like Eugene trying to like blow it out. She's like, "See how the gits that blew up my bike, eh? I like that bike. I like that bike a lot." And then
I say is that we didn't make our lives a little easier, so I think that's a little bit of payback, isn't it?
Were you about to say something, Jason?
No, I'm just taking in everything.
She looks at you, Detective Strange, and goes, "All right. Well, your intimidation thing isn't really working, but, whatever gets me out of these handcuffs fastest. Yeah, I sold the book. Whoops. Sorry.
I look over to Strange. You sold the book?
Oh, yeah. That's my whole job. People tell me to steal things, and I take them. And then I sold them.
So what's with the fucking outfit?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a thing called style. I know that you don't have any, but, some people do.
And then I killed her. No.
Yeah, no, see, it's a lot easier to do crimes when no one knows who the hell you are, but I guess that's not a really thing now, isn't it? All right, look, here's the thing. I know you're a cop, and I know you two aren't, so, if we're playing the question game here, what are y'all doing chasing little old me around?
Oh, don't play like you're the victim here.
You know exactly what you've done. You've been gallivanting around Eden, taking artifacts, precious artifacts that aren't yours. And then I'm rubbing the hair that is mutated on my arms
And
feel some heat.
you stole evidence from a crime scene that we were literally at.
Yeah, guilty as
That's
charged.
contempt of justice.
Your poker nights must be very interesting. You're a very interesting bunch. All right, well, let's see here. I usually try to protect my business, and I usually don't give out clients that I sell the book to. And honestly, usually for stuff like this, especially for the books like that, they usually do a little agent here. So I wouldn't be able to tell you who I directly sold it to anyway. But if you're willing to work with me here, I might be able to give you a lead on who it went to. Oh, and to sweeten the little pot, I have your tapestry there. Tall, pale, and skinny.
Fritz. Mr. Fritz.
Do you guys want to have this whispered conversation to the microphones?
No.
Show?
Because I don't want you to hear.
So you don't hear her?
You can't just do secret shit over there.
Yes, we can. You want to join?
Yeah, sure. What's going on?
You want to do that?
I'll be with you in a second. Hey, guys.
What do you think?
I mean, I got to let him know.
Okay.
You can tell.
Hold on. We're hiding information from the MC.
I'm an impartial MC.
You've been fucking me pretty good so far.
Outside.
Well, I'm sorry, mister. Every single move of mine has to involve a tornado, fireball, or both.
He's got you there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you got
Why,
it there.
I mean, why can't we just do something to like subdue her so that we can just say it in character so that she doesn't hear it?
So you want to play the game? How dare you?
Yeah.
All right, say
Okay.
it. Okay. So you come to me and you pull.
I pull Eugene
Well, you
over.
can't really pull.
They're handcuffed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're handcuffed to the Red Rider.
Just say you wanted to say something in
Yeah.
private.
Okay, fine.
Like we need.
I don't tell him. I said, fine, you want to play it like that? And I put my hand right here by her throat near the what's it, the neck bone? And I use advanced medical science, veteran doctor's calm, experimental chemistry mastery, and disease affliction to literally constrict certain muscles in the body, kind of like that truth serum, to change the metabolism and the hormones in her to literally tell us the truth.
That's scientifically accurate.
Do you want me to pull that shit up? Because there is sense of truth serum is because it's a metabolic thing that charges the hormones that does not allow you to lie.
And I would like to use bullshit detector on him.
You want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just joking.
There was a lot. There's a lot going on with that roll. I don't even know if that's like a change the game, a stop holding back, if I should even allow like that. I mean, that is some creative shit right there.
Should I just take it back and think of something simpler?
No, that's super creative. Yeah. Screw it. Roll change the game.
Okay, so that's a +4.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't invoke like a weakness tag or one of your statuses or something like that.
You get cancer. Oh.
That would be in the cancer thing.
Because it'll happen one of these days. I'll do like a simple healing spell, and I'm dying.
Yeah, you took a risk when you had him hit.
Yeah, I took a huge risk.
I didn't know he was gonna do it. He just put his hand on it because he just does whatever he wants with his hands.
All right. You know what? There's not really any statuses or weakness tags I can use for you, so go for it.
You know, I will inflict one. Drains my energy. Because if I can't really precisely hit it, it could backfire and screw me up.
Yep, sure, go for it.
Okay, so it's going to be +3. 8, 9, 10.
Shit, you know what? Okay, instead of changing the game, I think this is an investigate. Yeah, the muscles in her neck start to constrict and her veins start to pulse in like interesting ways. And it looks like she's about to like sock you, and then she just like tenses up.
Oh, it screws up the muscles, yeah.
Yeah, she like tenses up and like her teeth grit. So because it's a 10+, yeah, you do what you accomplish. She's telling the truth. So with a power of 3, you get 3 questions.
All right, so my first question is, whom did you sell the book to, and where can we find them?
There's not 2 questions.
Why are you fucking this up, dog?
Just because I am a master of logic.
And guess what? Do you want your tapestry back?
Yeah, that was going to be my question.
Well, too bad. You wait your turn, eh?
That is going to be 2 questions. Do you
fucking asshole?
I was going to say that.
Yeah,
fine. Those are going to be my first 2 questions.
Okay. She grits her teeth and tries to say something, but yeah, no, that's a really creative use of your powers. And so she says, I sold it to a bloke in a bad suit, couple blokes in bad suits. We met at the docks, right? Normally meet to pass off stuff like this. She's trying not to like say something, but she's struggling against it. She's like, the bloke's name was Renfield.
Docks. Okay. Renfield, suited man, Renfield and Docks.
Her as she says that, she just looks so angry, and she looks at you with this like glare of hatred, but like she still can't move.
And I'm still keeping that calm look.
She can't move her body in the way that she wants, but you can see that her veins, which were like pulsing in a large manner, are now slowly coming back to normal. So you guys get 1 more question.
I look over to Strange. I said, "Got anything else you want to ask her?"
Just one. I got 1 question. Why did he want to buy that book?
She looks at you and smiles and goes, I don't know. And I don't care. They just said that the book was a real powerful thing. But you know what? Maybe it's because it's magic or some shit. That's all my clientele wants. Little magical bullshit. And then her then her veins turn back to normal, and she goes, and she's just like rolling her shoulder around, still handcuffed to you. And she looks at you and goes, you do that again, I'll slit your throat where you sit.
And I obviously when I take off my hand to let her recuperate, and then I put my hand against, the afflicted area.
No, she is not letting you touch her anymore.
I said,
she is raised.
I said, okay, Well, you wanted to play the hard way. Now, do you want me to help you out a little bit and release some of the pain or not?
No, I don't want you touching me at all.
Okay.
In fact, I'd like to get out of these handcuffs.
Yeah, that ain't happening. We're taking you to the station.
And then I said, and plus, we don't have the key.
What? And at this point, you guys feel it's a little hot, and you look up and you see that the roof of this warehouse that you were sitting next to is on fire.
Oh, that's right.
And you see that the flames are now licking around the walls that you're standing at.
What are these factories made out of? Straw?
Sweet agnostics ghost, we have to get out of here.
And I just kind of look at him and like, I think we should call Eden City Fire Department.
And I yell, fools, let's move, because the flames are coming.
Mm-hmm. And then you hear like a clatter, and you see Captain Jackson is now like run across the corner, but he hit like a trash can and just kind of like fell to his ground. It's like, I hear you bastards. Where's the culprit? Where are you at?
What's wrong with the captain?
I may or may not have been responsible for incapacitating him. You're welcome.
You did what?
Where is he?
He's like right next to you guys, but he does not see where you guys are at. So he's just like looking around like, I hear you. Where are you at? And he's like holding up his dukes.
I said, Captain, I'm a doctor. What does he say?
And he like turns around and he just punches you.
Can I move out of the way?
Yeah, face danger.
Can I just throw her in the way? Okay. 11.
Yeah, no, you just roll out of the way of his punch real quick.
Captain, it's strange. You all right?
No, I can't see anything. It's too dark out here.
I said,
It feels really warm. Is that fire?
There may or may not be a fire.
I go over and I put my hands, or my one free hand on top of his eyes, and I cast Healing Factor with Second Wind and Advanced Medical Doctorate.
Go for it.
So +3. God, I hope I don't fuck up the doctor. I mean, the captain.
I don't know why you're even helping him.
10, 11.
Okay. Yeah, you put your hand up to his eyes and just the shadows that were over his eyelids suddenly go away. And Captain Jackson blinks. He's like, I can see. And oh my God, the building's on fire. And he looks down at you.
Captain, we need to get out of here.
He looks down at you, handcuffed to the Red Rider, who's just beat the crap. And he's just like, is that the Red Rider?
Yeah, we got her. Good news, Captain. We got the culprit. We might want to call the fire department.
and the Red Rider just like looks down and is like, I can't fucking believe this.
Believe it.
And I think we fade from that moment.
Can we please get away from the burning building now?
We go back to his car.
Oh, yeah. At some point, when we go back to the car, I look at fucking Leo and I go, what did you do to my charger?
I said, I'll be honest. I know you trusted me with this, Strange. I parked it in a safe place. Someone or something ripped off a piece of this, and I point to like, look. And I said, look at me. Do you think I could pull this off?
And I go up to him. I put my hand on his shoulder. And I punch him in the stomach.
Oh, fuck. As I'm still handcuffed to this
Yes.
No. At this point, I think we faded out. The fire department has come to the warehouse.
Okay.
They're slowly taking care of the blaze. And you guys are having this conversation at the Charger while Captain Jackson has the handcuffed Red Rider and is putting her in the back of the police car. And then you go to punch Leo.
There you go.
So roll hit with all you got.
So
Oh my God.
Oh my God, he's really angry.
Mean right hook.
Okay.
Oh my God.
But I'm also a little tipsy.
No.
Nah, you're right.
No,
You got shot through a skylight. You're sober.
Yeah, that adrenaline really kicked
I'm gonna use asshole captain in the back of my head while I'm doing this. Knowing if he sees this, he'll be like, "What the fuck am I doing?"
Yeah, sure.
So it's +1.
+1.
That's a 9.
9.
That's 10.
10.
Okay. Yeah, you hit him with all you've got.
Sock him right in the stomach.
How much power was that? Oh, +1. So yeah.
Yeah,
So you just get physical stats socked 1.
And I just fall to the floor.
Am I standing beside all of this?
I imagine so.
Oh, that was good. Why did you hit him in the stomach?
You want one?
No, that was scary.
Shut the fuck up.
All right,
And I kind of look over to Eugene, kind of knowing that he is the one who did it. And I just keep my mouth shut.
Captain Jackson looks at you all and goes, Strange!
Ah, fuck.
Meet me at the precinct. We gotta put the Red Rider in for questioning and paperwork and all that good stuff. And also, bring your 2 friends, which were apparently involved with this chase.
All right, Captain. And I look at Eugene. I go, you said you work at the precinct?
That I do.
Help me get this piece of shit in the back of the car. We're going to the station.
Right away. And I lug him into the back. I chuck him in the back seat. And I'm
like, cruel irony.
as I close the door, I dust my hands off and go, shotgun.
Is there a seatbelt back here?
Now you care about vehicular safety.
And then we fade to the actual police precinct. And it's a scene of the Red Rider sitting in an interrogation room, handcuffed to a table, just looking ahead at the one-way glass with a stern expression. And the camera pulls behind the one-way glass, and we see Detective Strange and Captain Jackson standing there. And Captain Jackson turns to Detective Strange and goes, Okay, so we have one of our IT officers and also a surgeon who were chasing the Red Rider before us.
That is correct.
Do you happen to know why they were doing this?
I do not.
He goes over to the interrogation room door and opens it and looks out in the precinct, and he sees Leo and Eugene kind of just sitting at a desk just waiting. There's a cop just there's a few cops just walking around, and looks around and he closes the door and goes, all right, the mayor isn't here yet, but once he learns that we caught the Red Rider, there's gonna be more cameras.
Look on the bright side. We have a citizen's arrest.
He
He's like, this fucking guy.
he puts his fingers to the bridge of his nose.
Look, if it means anything, we caught the Red Rider, and now we have a lead on the stolen book.
Strange. Do you know why I put you on these cases?
Because, you said I close them.
You close them, and you make them go away. And if you ever fucked up, I could throw you out like a bad light bulb. But you've done the impossible, and you've actually caught a high-profile criminal. High profile now, because the mayor wants to get more voters.
Politics. So what are you saying?
He looks you dead in the eye, Strange, and goes, I'll let your friends off the hook. If it was just us that caught the Red Rider. And by just us, I mean you drove the car while I took care of the culprit. In exchange, the burning warehouse, the burning mechanics shop that the fire department also found, the unconscious mechanic's body.
Oh, fuck yeah.
From the scene that we drove past.
This is a great deal, I'll be honest.
And your 2 associates who were at the crime scene.
To be fair, one is
An IT officer.
but the word officer is in the title.
Oh my god, jeez.
Meanwhile, out in the hallway, he's knitting.
I kind of just look out the window. I'm like, okay, I see your point.
He nudges over to Leo. It's going to be a pot holder.
Mm-hmm. And I just kind of give him a look of like, are you serious? But then I notice that's very fine craftsmanship. And I'm like, it's looking pretty good.
Thank you.
So, Strange, you drove the car. I took care of the perp following all the regulations. Otherwise, you had nothing else to do with this case. Do you understand?
Loud and clear. We done?
Well, we still got to question the Red Rider, but she's not cooperative, so Yeah, you're done.
Okay. I'll get on the next case. And I just kind of just do this little number.
My lady.
And before I leave, I just will look, I go, what's going to happen to the Red Rider?
I thought I told you had nothing else to do with this case.
Okay. And I just walk out. I just turn around, and I just leave the office.
You close the door behind you and you go into the rest of the precinct to greet your two associates. Yeah. But the camera doesn't follow you. Instead, as you close the door, it stays inside the interrogation room. And for a moment, Captain Jackson just stares through the one-way glass at the Red Rider, who is seemingly staring right back at him. And he glares. And then a figure appears from the shadows within this dim interrogation room. A figure wearing an overcoat, a hat, not too tall, not too short, and the way the camera's positioned, it's unclear any other aspect of them. And this figure goes, "Do you have to be so harsh on him?"
It's the only way. Don't want him thinking he's got more to do with this city than he does. After all, aren't you people all about limitations, living normal lives?
That is true. And we have one of the biggest culprits of spreading relics around the city right here in our precinct. Agent Jackson.
Don't call me that.
Captain Jackson it is then. You know this is much bigger than Strange, much bigger than Leo, and much bigger than, well, Officer Fritz, I believe. He's now in this as well. And this is much, much bigger than the Red Rider.
Yep.
Well, and this figure steps forward, and you see a shock of blonde hair, nice chin, but still their eyes are cast in shadow. And they go, "Then we better sure that Detective Strange and his associates solve their next case." And then the camera cuts to the precinct where Detective Strange walks up to his two associates.
Good news, guys. We ain't gonna get shit canned.
Oh, thank heavenly, merciful, antagonistic.
Long as you guys had nothing to do with it.
He was holding that last beat for a second.
Freezes. I was looking for the word atheist.
I said, all right, well, glad to see you're okay. How's your shoulder there? Eugene?
There is one condition.
There always is.
You guys cannot have any kind of recognition for tonight's work. It's got to be me and the captain. Otherwise, it'll come back and bite us all in the ass.
Nothing I'm not already used to. He continues to knit.
With extreme anger.
Leo,
And sass.
And so,
What are you knitting?
It's a pot holder.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you.
Leo, I know you and me, we don't see eye to eye most of the time, but
or at all.
yeah. But you've helped me out on many occasions, and you helped me out tonight. If you want the recognition, I'll take the shit.
Nah, forget it. As long as she's fine. Again, maybe I went a little too hard on her when trying to get the truth out. It's not very much like me, but we really need to find that book because it could cause a lot of harm to the city as possible. So
Agreed. We're far from done here, gentlemen. I need that tapestry.
and I kind of give it a look like I was in the office like, this fucking guy. And then I look back, I said...
And then I look at him and was like, we?
Oh, yes. Certainly, if it weren't for our combined efforts, myself included, we would never have been able to procure the booking, I believe it is that you say, of the Red Rider. I believe our teamwork is something to be, well, rather coupled into our holsters, if I do say so myself. Bring it to the bank, as it were, stuff it in the store, bring it on.
Okay, I get it.
Oh, no, that was good. I was writing all those down.
I'm just kind of just taking him in. I was like, what's his MO?
I kind of give like one long look down, kind of focus on the knitting. I'm like, well, believe it or not, this individual is quite strong. He shoots what appears to be ivory or horns out of his hands.
Both would be correct. It depends on the day of the week, the weather, and my temperament.
So, he has his time of the month, of course.
So he's a freak like us.
Pretty much. But from what I saw, he has his uses, and he did save my life.
Well, I'm guessing you know about him?
Oh, I've learned the most difficult ways about Dr. Castello's capabilities. You remain a quandary, at least in person, face to face.
And then I look at Morgan, my ghost friend. I just kind of look at him because then right next to him I go, what do you think? Should I tell him?
Morgan looks at you and just goes, why would I care? No, that's Cam Jackson.
Yeah, that's not his voice.
It's there it is. It's somewhere right there. Okay.
Morgan looks at you and goes like,
I like him.
fuck, that's still Cam Jackson.
Captain, what are you doing here?
Captain, you did?
Okay, I got it this time.
Was that his voice? I felt like he seemed a little lighter.
He had something like this.
He seemed like a goofball.
No, he sounded like a goofball. He didn't sound like tough. He sounded like, okay, yeah.
Morgan was somewhere around here.
Okay.
I think so.
Hey all, this is Kevin Carpenter here, recording this later. Turns out while I may have gotten his voice right, turns out we had named him Marcus originally. I don't think we ever go back to calling him Marcus, so he's Morgan now.
I've been editing these things, so it's
Okay, so you know, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so back to Morgan. There we go.
Morgan looks at you and just goes,
Oh no, I've seen him around the office a little bit. Never handed me a coffee, but then again, that's just because he probably can't see me. I don't know. I like him. I like the cut of his jib.
Well, you're the only person not alive I can trust. So let's show him. And I pick up just like whatever little scrap of paper or something, and I hand it to Ghost Morgan to show that there is some kind of spirit at least around there, so he can demonstrate that I am seeing something that he cannot see.
Yeah, Morgan takes the paper, and you see like a floating paper in front of you, Eugene. And then Morgan also takes a pencil and just draws a cartoon ghost. Like
Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Yeah, like literally like the Charlie Brown like ghost costume with like 2 eye holes, and then like holds the paper up to your face, and you hear in the wind before the paper crumples and then falls to the floor.
Eugene, with his knitting needles, just drops them on the floor and says, "Extraordinary."
Yep. Since I was a kid.
So you mean to say that you have a connection with the paranormal, the spectral, the undead and spiritual, yes?
Yes.
Extraordinary. This could work to our advantage. And picks up his needles again and knits again pensively.
I look over, I said, Strange.
Yeah.
What's with the bag?
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen your desk so clean.
Long story short, mayor came, had to be presentable.
So you threw everything in a bag?
Yeah.
And I kind of look at the camera. Like the office time, like, well, I guess what I could say is welcome to our merry little band of freaks.
Charming. Now, Detective Strange, you have paranormal associates, yes?
Yeah.
And it appears the captain has taken you and all of us off of the case for good.
For now. Knowing the captain, some new fresh shit's gonna stir up, and I'm gonna be right back on it.
Indeed. Especially if we're the ones stirring the shit.
And I look at the camera.
And I'm just looking at him like, what are you looking at?
Why do you keep looking over?
And I just keep staring at the camera.
And the camera pans back, and we fade out. We're in a dark room. The only light, the moonlight coming in from a single window. Other than that, the room is completely pitch black. A single figure walks into the ray of light from the window. only half of them illuminated, and you see a cheap black suit and a sharp angular chin and a pointed ear. And this figure goes, well, the Red Rider chick, she got captured by the police. I know you don't like that, but, you know, we got what we needed from her, so honestly, that's like a loose end that's taken care of. No one's gonna believe anything she'd have to say. And
Renfield,
yeah, boss.
there are still loose ends.
I know. You want me to get her on it?
Please.
Right away, boss. And the figure steps back into the shadows, and the moonlight fades, and the credits play. And I say that because that is not only the ending to our second story arc, Painting the Town Red, but also because this is a move in the game that we forgot to do at the end of the last story arc, called Geeking Out After the Credits. So, you guys have gone through this story arc. You've, solved the mystery. You took care of the Red Rider. She's now in police custody, but also there's new mysteries on the horizon. So, Geeking Out After the Credits is a move that is also near and dear to my heart. At the end of the session, when the credits roll, go around the table. Each player can answer one or more of the following questions. How has the crew grown this session?
You want me to start?
Yeah, go for it.
I guess I'll start. Well, I've learned and grown in a way where I used to be a lone wolf, but now I seem to be opening up more and accepting a team. Because sure, at the beginning, I wouldn't have let fucking Eugene fucking propel me like Rocket Man.
Oh, my turn?
Fucking AA meeting. Come on.
Today. Hi, my name is Ryan. I have a problem with weather control.
And cancer jokes.
And cancer jokes.
Your weakness is fences.
It's fences. No, I felt like one, besides the obvious of adding another member to our team, I also kind of grew to not. Almost very similar to Detective Strange. It's kind of like, all right, let me just take a step back and let somebody else take over, even though I still have that brash action of jumping into it and trying whatever sort of tactic to kind of end it outright quickly. But also just being a little bit more dangerous, not taking such a light role.
In a similar fashion, I think Eugene has grown more comfortable and braver in terms of just interacting with other people, let alone everything he did out in the warehouse district, everything, taking risks like that. I mean, this is an offbeat night for him. At this point, he should be drinking a hot toddy at home, curled up, watching Friends or Gilmore Girls or something like that. Something, just...
Or the Fillmore Girls in this scene.
Or knitting.
All fantastic answers. So, because of that, you're going to mark attention on the crew theme. And since we already had 2 attention from you guys doing No Clear Leader twice, that means that your crew theme has leveled up.
Sweet.
So, next session we'll go into those improvements. But other than that, you guys are growing stronger, which is great because the next arc going to be kind of a doozy. Hopefully, anyway. But, you guys got a new teammate. Your duo has become a trio, so I'm sure you'll be able to handle it, provided you can roll well.
Bravo.
Yeah, wow. We're already working in unison here.